that performance from
Oh, I
Jermaine
did.
Franklin?
You know, I've heard about his sparring. I've spoken to people. I know how good he is. I know how tough he is. There's a lot of pressure on Dillian Whyte tonight. You know, obviously new trainer as well. And like I said, I feel like he had to revert to type in the championship rounds to win the fight. And I thought Franklin boxed very well.
In terms of his new style, obviously you mentioned there trying to block the up and things like that. Do you see any improved performance tonight in comparison to the one you boxed tonight?
I think it's just difficult when you get to that stage of your career to start trying new things and doing new things. Like the thing that's always made Dillian so effective is his ruggedness and his toughness. You know, and that's what won him the fight in the end. If he would have kept the style that he adopted in the first 7 or 8 rounds, he might not have won the fight. And you know, he had to be gritty and pull it out of the bag in the late rounds.
How likely do you think it will be for Dillian to go against Andy Joshua? Is AJ giving you any indication?
Yeah, AJ was watching the fight saying that I'll fight either of these guys, he'll fight anyone. That remains a massive fight, not just for British boxing, but for world boxing. And whether that's in February or March or June, July, I feel like it'll be one of those.
You mentioned the size of that fight. Does that fight still do a stadium?
Yeah, AJ does a stadium against you.
You made that fight, no?
Yeah.
Does Jermaine have any sort of backing to say you've got wrong tonight?
No, you can't, you know, going, I've looked at Dan Raphael, my God, all these gents, no robbery at all. It's a very close fight that could have gone either way. I feel like it's 115, 113 for Dillian Whyte. If that's the case, I can see a draw. Could I see 115, 113 to Franklin? Not really, but maybe. But no, I don't think a draw was a terrible scorecard, in all honesty. But I gave Dillian Whyte 10, 11, 12. I certainly gave him at least 3 rounds in the first 9. So if I'm giving him 4 out of the first 9 plus the 10, 11, 12, which he won unquestionably, he wins the fight 115, 113. But when it's 115, 113, people can score it either way. But robbery is a joke. Anyone that says that's a robbery is thick as shit, in all honesty. Because you can't, if you're giving a guy 3 rounds, 10, 11, 12, what you're saying that he didn't win 2 or 3 rounds. And so even if you gave him only 2 of those rounds, it's 115, 113 to Franklin. So what? The other way is a robbery. It's ridiculous. People just start scoring fights differently. And during the fight, they start getting on the underdog and thinking, oh, Dillian Whyte's going to lose it, give another round to Franklin. It's a very close fight.
Eddie, given that we've heard from Dillian that the ambition is to get back to championship fights, why is AJ Dillian the fight to me? Don't you think that fight will have intrigue regardless of what stage they're at in their career?
No, why I want to make that fight is just fucking massive. It's 2 blokes from London, it's 1-1. I don't particularly like each other. It's just a massive fight. So when you look at potential opponents for Anthony Joshua, there's only 2 fights in boxing that are bigger than AJ against Dillian Whyte. And that's AJ against Tyson Fury and AJ against Deontay Wilder. Other than that, that's the biggest fight out. So of course I want to make it. Like I want to make the other 2 as well. Sorry? I'm talking about for AJ. But Fury Usyk is nowhere near as big as Fury AJ. And nowhere near as big as AJ Wilder either. It's a great fight, but it's just not. Philip Hergovich, Zile Zhang, Otto Warlin. I mean, there's 4 or 5 guys out there for Dillian Whyte, but you know, it all depends on who he's ready to fight, who he wants to fight. But he'll fight anyone. But you know, certainly there's 3 names that would work well. Mega. I mean, I don't know. All I heard was he was controlling the fight, wearing him down, and then I think Ryder Parker hurt his hand. Unbelievable. I've already texted Irene, so I said, "Come on, let's do it." Emirates would be massive. He's the official mandatory challenger for Canelo. Canelo wants to fight in UK. I mean, how special would that be to bring Canelo over into London? Be unbelievable, so we'll see.
Eddie, how realistic is that fight to make? Because Canelo's made it quite clear he wants to go to Dimitri Bivol
in September, though, yeah, you know, he's already said that September he'd like to fight Bivol and then try and have a warm-up fight, but a different fight earlier on. I think John Ryder in London would be fantastic, so we'll see.
Eddie, a bit more confident before the fight that AJ Whyte, I know you didn't confirm, but you were more confident that it would be after this fight for the winner. What's changed?
Still could be. Just depends how long he's out for. You know, if he wants to go in March or he wants to go in the summer. Depends if we want to do that at a stadium and we don't want to do it when it's freezing cold, like next week. And yeah, no. I haven't changed my mind. We can still very much do that next.
Was Jermaine Franklin better than you expected?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I knew he was a good fighter, but what surprised me was his toughness. Like, he took a lot of hammer to the body. He took quite a lot of shots, and I think he's an outstanding fighter.
Do you make a Chef Clark tonight?
Really good. I think Chef Clark is going to breeze through the domestic guys, and I think he's going to be in some massive fights. And I don't think he's far away. I think he's explosive. I think he's dangerous. He's exciting. I think he's got a big future.
Just away from this card, they announced Eubank Smith pay-per-view. Is that fair to do? Pay-per-view?
Yeah, everyone's moaning about it being pay-per-view, but I know what both guys are getting paid, and you can't pay them that money without pay-per-view. The fans will say, well, don't pay them that money then, but you either don't make the fight or you make the fight. It's just going to get very hard now. Keep asking people to pay more money and more money and more money. So you have to give more value for money than ever. Unbelievable fight. I mean, that's a real old school British heavyweight title fight. Fabio's going to be a big star. You know, he punches very hard, he's exciting, he's still learning, but it was a great win for him tonight. Sorry? Sandy Ryan, great fight, great performance. Pat McCormack will be disappointed, but it's okay. You can learn. No, he ain't coming back either. But you know, you can't just go in there and beat everyone up. You've got to learn. Mark Dickinson tried a little bit too hard. It was a great fight. Chef Clark, great performance. George Liddard's going to be a really big star for the future. Good win by Thomas Carney. Great cost. Definitely, 100%. I mean, she could fight for a world title now, but because of the belts and everything, it's likely she'd have one more.